Connecting minds across the globe. Welcome to Easy Insights Radio.
Today we have a really exciting mission.
Oh, a mission. I like the sound of that.
Yeah. We are going to discover the ultimate shortcut to learning multiple languages, like doing it without feeling like you're studying at all.
That sounds amazing because studying languages is usually, really hard work.
Right. It feels like a chore. But our goal today is to figure out how anyone can become a polyglot.
Wait, what does that word mean? Polyglot.
Oh, right. So a polyglot is just a simple word for a person who can speak many different languages.
Ah, okay. A person who speaks a lot of languages. Got it.
Exactly. And our sources today are just incredible. We are looking at the personal transcripts and interview notes from a guy named Kazoo Languages.
I've heard of him.
Yeah, his story is wild. He basically mastered 12 completely different languages in just 5 years.
12 languages in 5 years. That is almost impossible.
I know, right? And he is currently studying his 14th and 15th languages right now.
Wow. So he is learning Polish and Dutch at the same time or something.
Exactly. So he clearly knows a secret that we do not.
Okay, let's unpack this, because his main idea is that everything we learned in school, like memorizing grammar and vocabulary, is completely backward.
Yeah, it really is backward. Kazu has this foundational belief that you should not study a language. Like, you should never just sit at a desk with a thick book.
So if you do not study it, what do?
You play with it. It needs to be fun. It needs to be natural.
Play with it. I like that. But where do you even start? If I want to learn Spanish today and I have a blank slate, what is the very first thing I do?
Well, according to Kazu, you start by memorizing 30 essential survival phrases. Just 30 phrases right away.
Survival phrases, like things you absolutely need to say.
Exactly. You don't start with random words like apple or dog. You start with real sentences like, where are you from? Or what is your name?
Oh, looking at the sources here, he gives some examples. Like in Spanish, he immediately memorized, ¿de dónde eres?
Yeah, or in Arabic, he learned, min aina anta. Right. So he is memorizing the whole block of sound all at once. He is not worrying about the grammar yet.
What's fascinating here is how he handles that grammar. Because, people think you need a huge rule book to understand how sentences work.
Yeah, that is what school taught us. You memorize the rules first.
Right. But Causey says you should treat grammar like a puzzle instead of a rule book.
A puzzle? How does that work?
You look at those phrases you just memorized and you try to predict the rules yourself, like a detective looking at clues.
Oh, I get it. It is like solving a jigsaw puzzle. Instead of reading a boring instruction manual on how the pieces fit together, you just look at the picture on the box.
Yeah, and you just figure it out by playing with the pieces.
That makes a lot of sense. But I have to push back a little here.
Sure, go ahead.
What about vocabulary? I mean, don't we need to sit down and memorize long lists of words?
No, actually, Kazu is very strict about this. You should never learn words alone.
Never.
Never. Words should always be learned inside a phrase. If you just learn single words, it leads to a passive vocabulary.
Oh, wait, what does that word mean? Passive vocabulary.
Oh, it basically means words that you can recognize when you hear them, but you can't actually use them yourself.
I hate that feeling. Like someone says a word and you know what it means, but your brain just freezes up when you try to say it out loud.
Exactly. The word is stuck in your head, but your mouth cannot say it. So learning words inside a context, inside a full phrase, fixes that problem.
Okay, so we have our 30 phrases and we are learning vocabulary in context. How do we actually practice this every day?
Well, Kazu points out that speaking is actually a physical sport.
A sport, like playing tennis.
Kind of, yeah. You have to physically move your mouth and your facial muscles to make these new sounds.
That is so true. Some languages have sounds that don't even exist in English.
Right, so you have to train your muscles. And you shouldn't write down the sounds in your own alphabet either.
Oh, like using katakana in Japanese to write an English word.
Exactly. Or an English speaker using the normal alphabet to write down how a Korean word sounds. Kazu says you just need to act like a parrot.
Act like a parrot. So just listen to the native speaker and repeat the exact sound you hear.
Yes. Imitate it perfectly. Do not filter it through your own language.
Okay, here's where it gets really interesting. Kazoo uses some very specific tools for this parrot training.
Oh, what kind of tools?
Well, one of them is an app called Pimsleur.
Pimsleur. I think I have heard of that. It is an audio app, right?
Yeah, it's entirely audio. It uses a scientific method where it asks you to listen and repeat a phrase. Then it challenges you to say it again a few minutes later.
Oh, spaced repetition. That is great for building a foundation for listening and speaking.
Exactly. It builds that muscle memory in your mouth. And another tool he uses is a French book series called Assimil.
Wait, a book? I thought we were throwing out the textbook.
I know, I thought the same thing. But it's not a normal textbook. It is based on short one-minute stories.
Oh, so you were reading little stories instead of grammar rules.
Yeah. The stories are fun, and they teach you the grammar naturally, completely in context.
That sounds way better than boring drills. Are there any other tools he uses?
Yes, the big one, YouTube.
Oh, of course. Everyone loves YouTube.
Especially, he recommends channels like Easy Languages. They basically walk around on the street and interview normal people.
That is brilliant because you get to hear how real people actually talk on the street, not that slow, robotic voice from a CD.
Exactly. You hear the slang, the pauses, the natural rhythm.
But speaking of videos, what about the Netflix trap?
The Netflix trap.
Yeah. A lot of people think, oh, I will just watch foreign dramas on Netflix to learn.
Oh, right. There's a lazy shortcut. Just sit on the couch and watch a movie.
Exactly. But Kazoo warns against that for beginners. It is way too heavy. You need to follow the comprehensible input theory.
Wait, what does that word mean? Comprehensible.
Oh, it just means something you can understand.
Okay, so you have to understand it.
Right. The theory says that you need to already understand about 70 to 80% of what you are hearing.
Oh, I see. So if you understand 80%, your brain can guess the missing 20% from the context.
Exactly. That guessing process is what makes the new words stick in your memory.
But if you watch a super fast, complicated drama on day one, you understand 0%.
Right. It is just noise. It doesn't help you learn at all.
It is like walking into the gym on your very first day and trying to lift a 200-pound weight.
Yes. You will just drop it, feel terrible, and your motivation will be completely crushed.
You have to start with the lighter weights. Start with the YouTube videos where you can actually understand most of the words.
Speaking of motivation being crushed, how does Kaizu maintain his energy? I mean, learning 14 languages without burning out seems impossible.
Yeah, that is the million-dollar question. And his answer in the sources is actually pretty harsh.
What does he say?
He says that motivation is a myth.
A myth. Like, it isn't real.
Well, he means it is completely unreliable. Motivation is just a feeling. It goes up and down.
Oh, that is so true. Some days you wake up and you want to conquer the world.
Right. And other days it is raining, you are tired, and you just want to sleep. You cannot rely on motivation. You need a routine.
So you have to systematize the habit, make it automatic.
Exactly. The advice here is to do a fixed amount of study at a fixed time every single day.
So instead of studying for 3 hours on a Sunday, you just do one short lesson every morning.
Yes.
Yes.
But even then, we all have lazy days, right?
Oh, absolutely.
So Kazu has this genius tip. He says you need to aggressively lower the hurdle to start. Make it incredibly easy to begin.
How do you do that?
You leave your textbook open on the desk, right next to your toothbrush.
Wait, next to your toothbrush.
Yeah, think about it.
Yeah.
You have to brush your teeth every morning. It is already a habit.
Oh, I get it. So if the book is literally right there, already open to the right page, it is actually harder to ignore it than to just read one sentence.
Exactly. You're piggybacking on a habit you already have.
Yeah.
I want you, the listener, to think about your own morning routine right now.
Yeah, where is the easiest place you could leave an app open or a book waiting for you?
Maybe by the coffee maker. Or on the kitchen counter.
That is a great idea. It creates a physical environment for learning. And Kazu also suggests using your environment to revive your energy.
Like going to a real place instead of just reading.
Yeah. Say you are learning Greek and you feel tired of studying. Just go to a Greek restaurant.
Oh, I love that. Eat some good food, hear the music, maybe say hello to the waiter in Greek.
Exactly. It brings the language back to life. It reminds you that this is about real culture, not just studying.
Which kind of brings up a big question. We live in the modern world. We have apps that can translate our voice perfectly.
Oh, yeah. The AI translators on our phones.
Right. If I have an AI translator, why should I spend months putting books by my toothbrush and memorizing phrases?
That is a very fair point. But if we connect this to the bigger picture, language is not just about exchanging data.
It is about human connection.
Exactly. The sources actually include this beautiful quote from Nelson Mandela about this.
Oh, ooh. What did Nelson Mandela say?
He said, if you talk to a man in a language he understands, that goes to his head. If you talk to him in his language, that goes to his heart.
Wow. Let me repeat that. If you talk to him in his language, that goes to his heart. That is really profound.
It is. An AI translator can get you directions to the train station, sure, but it cannot translate your empathy or your effort.
Because when you try to speak someone's native language, you are showing them that you respect their culture enough to put in the hard work.
Yes. And that is why Kazu says you must overcome the fear of making mistakes. Perfection is actually the enemy of progress.
That is so different from school. In school, you make a mistake, you get a bad grade.
Right. We are trained to be terrified of sounding stupid. But out in the real world, the goal is not perfect grammar. The goal is showing you care.
And Kazi says that when you try, even if you mess up completely, native speakers just light up. They smile.
Yeah.
They're so happy you are trying.
Exactly. And this leads to Kazu's ultimate goal. He uses language as a bridge to break down prejudice.
Break down prejudice.
Yeah. When you go out and speak the local language, you realize that people all over the world are basically the same. They laugh, they love their families, they are kind.
So the fear of other cultures just disappears.
Completely. The language removes the walls between us.
That is incredibly inspiring. So what does this all mean for us today?
Well, if you want to learn a language, you have to drop the boring textbooks.
Start with 30 survival phrases. Give yourself that rocket start.
Then act like a detective and predict the grammar like a puzzle.
And remember to be a parrot. Move your mouth, copy the exact sounds. Do not use your own alphabet to write it down.
Use the right tools. Pimsleur for audio, Assimil for fun stories, and YouTube for real street language.
But avoid the heavy Netflix dramas. Follow the comprehensible input rules so you don't crush your motivation.
And build that simple daily habit. Put the book by the toothbrush. Make the hurdle so low that you cannot say no.
Above all, do not worry about being perfect. Just try, make mistakes, and connect with people.
You know, before we finish up today, I want to leave everyone with one final thought to ponder.
Oh, a final thought. I'm ready.
We talked about how learning a language connects you to other people, but think about what it does to you on the inside.
Yeah.
Every language has its own unique history, its own humor, its own way of looking at the world. So, who do you become when you finally speak it?
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Does learning a new language actually give you a whole new personality?
A completely new version of yourself. That is a fascinating idea to chew on.
It really makes you think.
It really does. Well, thank you to everyone listening for joining us on this deep dive today.
It was a great conversation.
I highly encourage you, the listener, to pick just one survival phrase in a brand new language today. Write it down, say it out loud, and take that very first step.
Just one phrase. You can do it.
See you next time.